I'm Sanjay Mate, Assistant Professor, MCA Department, ISMR, Nigri, Pune. So in this video, we are going to see the data structure that is tuple. So first of all, let's see what is tuple. So tuple is nothing but the finite ordered list of values of possibly different types which is used to bundle related values together without having to create a specific type of to hold them. Generally, this is same as the list, but in the list we can have the list of roll numbers, list of names, list of cities. Yeah, we can put in the list different data types also, but generally for the list we are having all the similar things we are included in one particular collection, that is particular data structure, that is list. In the tuple we can have the different data types as well. So in the list also we can do that, but what is the difference? The major difference in the tuple and list is mutable and tuple is immutable. Immutable means what? You cannot change the contents of the tuple. So that is very important. And therefore the tuple is little bit faster than list. So third difference is what? To create the list, we are using the square bracket. But for the tuple, we are using the round brackets. So here I have shown you the example, a tuple, round bracket, then include the item 1, comma, item 2, comma, item 3, comma, like this item n. So item M1, 2, 3, this may be the float, this may be the integer, this may be the string, or this may be the tuple again, or list again. So you can include any data type in the tuple. So here I am given the example that I am creating one tuple and I am using round bracket, that is the first step, then including string, then I am having one string, and here I am having the number. So you can include string and numbers. And if I want to find out what is the type of this, so here I'm writing type, so you will get the tuple. Yes, you can create the tuple without providing this round bracket also. So here I'm writing F1 is equal to Ferrari, Red Bull, Mercedes, Williams, and Renault. So here I'm not providing any round bracket. Then also I'm creating the tuple. If I'm writing F1, you will get the tuple. So you can create the tuple using this or use syntax, or you can create the tuple without the round bracket also. If you want to create the blank tuple or an empty tuple, so you can have empty tuple, give the identifier name and don't provide anything in the round bracket. Or you can use directly empty tuple is equal to tuple, round bracket, open and close. So in this way, you can create the empty tuple. Nested tuples. You can have the tuple inside the tuple. So here I am creating the one tuple, that is Air Force. In that I am having these particular strings, and I am having another tuple, that is a fighter jets, and in that I am having this all the strings. But I have 1988-2005-216, and here I am providing again the name of the first tuple, that is Air Force. So this is what you are having the tuple inside the tuple. So if I'm printing it, you will get the C 9988-2005-2016, and then again you are having the tuple. So in this way, you can have tuple inside the tuple. Basic operations, you can perform addition, you can perform multiplication also. If you want to add two tuples, you can have tuple 1 plus tuple 2. So here you are getting the resultant tuple, that is third tuple, that is 20142019. So this is 2014, this is the first tuple, and 2019 is the second tuple. Yes, you cannot change the original tuple. You're getting the result in the third tuple. So here again you are multiplying 3 means what? I want this tuple 3 times repetition. So here you can get it, that is 2014, 2014, 2014. You can compare. You can compare the two tuples with the double equal to also. So it depends, or it compares. If the both are same data type, you can compare it. Otherwise, you are not able to compare the two tuples, whether the contents are same or not. In this case, 2014, 2019. So both are not same. If it is a 4, then it will be return true, but here it is a 9, so it won't return true, it will return false. You can check whether the particular number or particular member is or element is present in tuple or not. So you can have 1 in tuple item. So 1 is present in this. Yes, so it will return true. 25 is not present in this. If I'm writing 25 in tuple item, so it is not present in this, so you will get false. You can compare the tuples with the less than, greater than, equal to, double equal to, not equal to also. But in the case only with the integral values or a string. That is a mean, then only meaningful. If you are having a tuple with the roll numbers and instance in other, you are having the tuple with the strings, cities. So it is not logical to compare the numbers with the cities or roll numbers with the cities. So that is not possible also. Indexing, you can do indexing, you can add the slicing. So you can access the tuples by the indexing also. So 0th position, first position, second position, third position, like this. So again, the tuple also starts with 0 index. So here I'm writing city is 0. So you will get this Pune because Pune is at the 0th place. If I'm writing 4, it is if I want to access the element which is range out of range, that is see in this tuple you are having only the 4 elements, that is 0, 1, 2 and 3. And if you are trying to access beyond the 3, you will get the error, that is 4 and providing you will get the error, that is index out of range. If I'm writing 3, so you will get the last element, that is the Bangalore. But if I want the last element and I'm not knowing how many elements are present in the tuple, so you can directly write -1. If I'm writing -1, you will get the last element. Yes, I want some part of this tuple. So you can provide the start, you can provide the end, you will get the particular elements from that start to end -1. So here 1, 2, 3. So here I will get the first and second place element. So Mumbai and Delhi, because 3 is not included, it is excluded. These are the certain built-in functions which is there in the tuples. You can have length. You can find out the length or how many members are there or how many lists, how many items are present in the tuple. Sum, you can sum the elements of your tuple. Sort, you can sort your tuple. Count, it will return how many time that particular element or that particular item is occurred in your list. And index, you will get the particular position of that particular element from the tuple. Yes, packing and packing. So in the first slide also, I have shown you how to create the list or how to create the tuple without round brackets. So here I am again creating the tuple is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, ATSS, ISMR. So here I am creating the tuple without including or without considering or without putting this into the round bracket. So I have created. So this is called as packing. You are packing this all things into one particular identifier, that is tuple. So this is tuple. Again, this tuple is created. 1, 22, 86 ISMR. Unpacking. Yes. Number 1, number 2, college, college. So here I have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 values. So here I'm writing number 1, number 2, college, college is equal to tuple. So you can assign all the 4 values to in these 4 variables. So here first value of tuple, that is 1, 2, 3, 4 will be stored in number 1. 222 will be stored in number 2. ATSS will be stored in this college, and ISMR will be stored in this COLLEG college. So here you can have the 4 values into 4 items of the tuple into 4 identifiers. You can do this. This is called as unpacking. If you want to change the tuple, you need to, because tuple is immutable, you cannot change, but you can convert that tuple into the list. First of all, test this tuple, convert that using the list function and providing the tuple inside, and then change the value and again convert this y to the tuple. So this is also a way to create or change the tuple. If I want to add into the tuple, again the same case, you cannot add because you cannot change the tuple. So again convert this tuple into the list, append the value, add the value at the last, and then again convert it into tuple. So append is used to put one value at the last. So that is what the way of append. So here you are having one tuple And here I'm having one more tuple. So this is very important that if you want to put one element into the tuple, only one element. So in that case, you need to write y is equal to element, comma. Whenever you're writing comma, then only the one tuple is created with a single element. This is one convention which is used for. So tuple is equal to tuple plus this tuple plus y. So the new tuple will be created, that is a concatenation of these two. So in this way you can add the element into the tuple. You can remove the element from the tuple. Again, take the tuple, create it list, remove the element from the list, and again make it tuple. So you can do this all. You can delete the tuple, so you can directly delete whole tuple. So here I am having this tuple apple banana cherry, and here you are having delete this tuple, so the whole tuple will be deleted and you will not get any result. You can remove the element, again the same case, take the tuple, convert it into the list, remove the element, and again convert it into tuple. Yes, now here I have shown you the example that now here I am having the tuple with the 1 2 3 4 5 elements, and here I'm writing fruit, and here I'm providing only three identifiers. How it is possible? So it is, if here for that I have written here asterisk. Once I written the asterisk, it means what? Apple will be assigned to green, banana will assign to yellow, and the remaining everything will be assigned to red. So red is again the list of these three elements. So this is also one way you can do that. You can access the tuple using for loop. You can access the tuple using while loop. So you can have, I have shown you example, the apple, banana, cherry. So for x in this tuple, print it. Or you can use the range, find out the length of the tuple and go up to that from 0 to length and print by index. You can use while loop also, while I is equal to 0, length of tuple, that is till the length of the tuple finishes, and print, that is this tuple of 0, this tuple of 1, this tuple of 2, this tuple of 3, till it finishes. So these are the ways for loop and while loop to use tuple. Yes, you can assign multiple assignments. X, Y, Z is equal to it. It looks some different because it is not visible. We are not able to say this in the C, C++, and Java also. XYZ is equal to A1 2.2. So in this case, A will be assigned to X, 1 is assigned to Y, and 2.2 is assigned to Z. Yes, if I want to assign some range or sequence to this XYZ, so you can have XYZ is equal to range 3. So 0 will be assigned to X, Y will be as 1 is assigned to Y, and 2 is assigned to Z. Thank you. Thank you very much.